So look, we will start with the discussion of these questions. This is H2M1. So the first question. We will take the first question. पहला question बताओ. One by one. चलो. The solution of first one. What I ask about the resultant and its inclination. So that means angle. So the first one. What will be the resultant? The resultant will be equally inclined because these are having the same magnitude, so that will be the resultant. And what is the magnitude of resultant? Your answer?
10 root 2.
10 root 2. Okay, so we should learn that if we are having the same magnitude, then resultant will always be, if they are inclined at 90 degree, it will be a root. Okay, so simply you can calculate using 10 square plus 10 square plus 2, 10 10 cos 90. Cos 90 is 0. Cos 90 is 0. So you will get 10 root 2. And inclination will be 45 degree. Is it correct? Correct?
Yeah, sir.
Next.
Yes, sir.
Second one. Just a minute. This one. This question. So you can roughly draw the resultant. It will be more inclined toward the vector which is having the larger magnitude. This 51. It will be inclined more towards the vector which is having larger magnitude. This is alpha. This is alpha. This angle is alpha. What will be the value of resultant R? R is equals to 20 square plus 50 square plus 2 into 20 50 cos 30 degree. Cos 30. What will be the value of cos 30 degree?
Root 3 by 2.
Root 3 by 2. So you don't need to calculate it. You don't need to simplify this expression. You can only write the expression in the form of root. 400 plus 2500 plus 2000 root 3 by 2. This one. This is the resultant. And how can you calculate this alpha? You can calculate the alpha by simply applying the formula, that is, which one? B sine theta. This is A. This horizontal is A and this is B. So that was B sine 30 degree upon में A plus B cos 30 degree. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Sure. Next one. The third one.
So for the second one, tan alpha, we will leave it there only. We won't solve it
Yeah,
further.
you don't need to go for simplification of this गंदा सा expression है ना. इसको क्यों करना है ना? Root 3 by 2 you can't solve है ना.
Okay, sir.
You will get the values of angle, so that you can easily solve it, like 37, 53. So you can solve this value. But this kind of root 3 by 2 and all, you no need to require for the simplification of this expression. You can leave it there.
So, and
Okay,
we'll
sir.
mention the value of sine theta in the question, na?
They will give you the value. The data will be given so that you can conclude the angle. It will be given. For this expression, either you can rearrange the vector or you can simply draw the resultant like this. This one. Either you can just simply draw the resultant like this, or you can rearrange all these three vectors. You can rearrange all these three vectors like this. Like this. This one. This is 20. This one was 50. This one is 50. So angle is 30 na. This angle is 30. So that is 20, that is 50. This is the resultant R. That will be more inclined toward 50. So you can simply find out the resultant. Is it same as previous question? Yeah, it's same now.
Yes, sir.
If
Yes,
you
sir.
rearrange it in this form, you can see that this is same as question number 2. Clear? Same as question. Then the last one. The last one. Acha, angle you can only take the angle head to head or tail to tail. For this question, the angle is given of head and tail. Head and tail. So for this one, you have to rearrange the vectors. You have to rearrange the vectors. So you just need to simply shift this 20 Newton or 10 Newton as per the requirement. जैसा भी आपको easy लगे. This is 20. So this angle will become this one. What will be this angle? This is 60 degree. Is it correct? 180 degree
Yes,
minus
sir.
120 degree. This is 60 degree. So resultant will be more inclined toward 20 Newton because 20 is having more magnitude. This is your resultant. Angle alpha R. So R is equals to 10 square plus 20 square plus 2 into my 10 into my 20 cos 60 degree. Cos 60 degree is 1 by 2. So you can simplify this expression, and again you can find the angle using the formula, the same formula, B sine 60 degree upon my A plus B cos 60 degree. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
चलो नोट कर लो सब लोग. Next is parallelogram law. Parallelogram law. I think this is the fourth lecture of vectors or fifth lecture.
Third.
Third lecture. एक मिनट. 1, 2, हाँ third lecture. ठीक है फिर तो. Next is parallelogram law. Parallelogram law is same as triangle law. In this law, you just need to draw the vectors. This is A vector. This is B vector. Again, if you parallel shift this vector like this, and this vector like this. In the parallelogram method, you can see the shifting of vectors. So actually this parallelogram law is made up of two triangles. This one is resultant C. This is C. This vector is A. This is A vector. This is B vector. This is C vector. So actually C is the resultant of, if you remove these two vectors, the same vector B. So this is triangle law. This is triangle law. So in parallelogram law, you will apply the same method, that is of triangle law, but in the parallelogram method, you will be able to show all the vectors and all the possible arrangements. So is it visible that if you draw A vector and B vector like this, so you can draw the C vector like this, and if you are drawing the A vector and B vector like this, you can draw the C vector like this. Okay. So this is same as triangle law. The only difference is that you will be able to show the parallel shifting arrangement of the vectors. Okay. So same.
So,
Yes, beta.
sir, you said the arrangement should be head to head or tail to tail.
Yeah.
So,
No.
this
Arrangement is not head to head or tail to tail. If you have to find the angle, that angle should be head to head or tail to tail.
okay, sir.
Okay. For the calculation of this theta, you need to connect the vectors either head to head or tail to tail. For the calculation of this theta can't be this angle. Okay. Clear?
Sir.
Sir, can you please explain this again?
This theta part.
No, so the entire one, I had network issues, so I couldn't hear
In
you.
parallelogram law, you will be able to show all the possible parallel shifting of the vectors. This one, if you see only this part, this one. So this is the triangle law. This one is the triangle law. And if you draw another a vector there and b vector there, you can see the other arrangement of a and b vector parallelly shifted, and this is the same vector c resulted. Okay, so parallelogram law is made up of triangle law, and in parallelogram law you can draw all possible arrangement as well as the angle. Clear?
So
So you
here also they have to be arranged head to tail, and theta will be taken head to head or tail to tail.
this theta for the calculation of this theta, you just need to connect the vector tail to tail or this head to head. That will give you the same angle. Okay, head to head.
And so for the arrangement of vectors, is there anything like they have to be head to tail or head to head?
Arrangement can be any possibility. You can have any possibility. You can arrange the vector. Parallel shifting is allowed, so you can arrange into infinite ways. But for the calculation of this theta angle, you need to connect these vector head to head or tail to tail. Okay. For the calculation of this theta only, you need to connect tail to tail or head to head arrangement. But the possible arrangement can be anything. It can be like this, anywhere in the plane. Okay, anywhere in the plane. But when you have to calculate this theta angle, you need to connect with them head to head or tail to tail arrangement. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Sure. So the same resultant formula you will get here. C is equals to a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta tan alpha is again b sin theta plus a plus b cos theta. Clear? The same results. Okay. So that's all about parallelogram law. Parallelogram law is made up of triangle law. Same method you have to apply. In the triangle law, we were applying this only this part, only this part. Okay. But in parallelogram law, along with the calculation of resultant, we are also arranging the vector with the use of parallel shifting method. Okay. Just note it down. हो गया ना? बेटा done.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Next one is product of vectors. Product of vectors. Product of vectors. So product of vector is of two type. Product is of two type. One is simple scalar product or dot product. The first one we call it scalar product. Dot product, dot product, or we call it scalar product, because we will get scalar as the resultant. As the resultant, we will get a scalar quantity, and in cross product, you will get a new vector cross product. So that's why we call it cross product. You will get a new quantity, that is a vector. So we call it vector product. Vector product. In dot product, we just need to draw the parallel vector. ये चलो आगे पता चलेगा. This is the formula. A dot b vector. A vector dot b vector will give you another quantity c. This is c. This is scalar quantity. This is a magnitude, b magnitude, cos theta. You will get a scalar component. Scalar. No new vector will be formed when you multiply the vector in a scalar product. You will get a scalar quantity. This is a scalar. This is scalar. Okay. But in case of cross product, when you multiply a cross b, you will get a new vector. A new vector will form, that is a c vector. This c vector will be perpendicular to both of the vectors, a vector as well as b vector. It will be perpendicular to both vectors. But you can see the difference that in dot product, when you multiply the two vector in a dot product, you will get a scalar quantity. The final answer will be a scalar quantity. And in cross product, when you go for the cross product, a new vector will form, that is c vector, which will be perpendicular to a and b both. Okay. And if you take the magnitude of only magnitude of this a cross b, so it will be a b sine theta. So that is the formula. We will take this product one by one. First we will start with the dot product. इतना भी note करना है.
So, in
हाँ.
the cross product, the C vector which is formed, it is a vector quantity,
Yeah,
right?
it's a vector quantity. A new vector will form.
Okay, so.
अभी इतना समझ में नहीं आएगा कि व्हाट इज डॉट प्रोडक्ट एंड व्हाट इज क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट, बट दिस इज द पार्ट ऑफ फिजिक्स. Work done is a scalar, because work is a scalar. So what is the formula of work done? That is force into distance. So that is the dot product, because force is vector and displacement is also vector. But when you multiply the force with the displacement in a dot manner, you will get a scalar quantity. But there are some other component like torque and other things which are vectors. So whenever you go for the cross product, you will get a new vector, and when you go with the dot product, you will get a scalar component. Okay, clear? We will start it by one. First we will start with the dot product. Just note it down, note it this slide. We will take dot product and cross product separately. इसे note कर लो. So dot product is easy because you will realize कुछ दिन बाद, after the completion of system of particle, that is rotation, you will see that scalar is always easy. Scalar is always easy compared to the vector quantity. So dot product is very easy. Dot product, in dot product we just need to multiply the parallel component of the vector. You just have to multiply the parallel component of the vector. Suppose if you are having two vectors, a vector and b vector. This is a vector, this is a vector, and this is b vector. This is b vector. This one is a vector, and this one is b vector. So which component? You know the resolution of vector. B will be having two component, one along horizontal and one along vertical. पता है ना? This one will be b sine theta. Is it correct? And this one will be b cos theta. So which component of b is parallel to the a? Which component?
Cos theta.
B cos theta. So in dot product we multiply parallel vectors. So when you go for dot product a dot b, what you need to have? You just need to have the parallel component. So a and b cos theta are parallel to each other. So we will take a, only magnitude of a. Then this one is b cos theta. B cos theta. Okay. So this is the dot product. So in dot product, we just need to take the parallel component of the vectors. Clear? Example is work done. So when you move a box with applying the force F and displacement, this is acting at an angle of theta. This is force F, and the displacement is x. So what will be the work done? The work will be F vector dot x. So F x cos theta. What actually you're taking the F cos theta, the force which is acting along the displacement, F cos theta, and this is F sin theta. Clear? So F cos theta is parallel to the displacement. So when you have to calculate the work done, what you have to do, you just multiply the force which is parallel to the displacement, and you know that work is scalar. Work is scalar. मालूम है ना? That work is
Yes, sir.
scalar. Okay. So that is the example of scalar product or dot product. So when you calculate the dot product, you just need to multiply the parallel component. Okay, so B cos theta is parallel to A. Is it correct? Clear? And when the question is asking about the angle between the vectors, so you can do it by A dot B, A dot B, magnitude of A by magnitude of B. The only question is there how you will operate with the A dot B. So we will cover it by an example. First you need to
So
first
we'll take only the magnitude part, right, for A
yeah,
and
yeah,
B.
yeah. You have to only take the magnitude part if you have to apply this formula. Okay. Now, when you go for I dot I, what you will get I dot I. I is parallel to I, so the magnitude of I is I. The magnitude of I is 1 because I is a unit vector. This is the unit vector. So if you apply the formula, this is cos 0. They will be having angle 0. So magnitude of I is 1. Magnitude of I is 1. Cos 0 is 1. So you will get 1. Okay. So I dot I is 1. J dot J is also 1. K
So
dot K, yes beta.
is I squared.
Yes beta.
Can we take instead of I, can we take it as I squared?
I square. Yeah, you can write. You can write this is
Okay.
same as I square. So it will be having a magnitude of 1. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. So how is theta 0?
Beta, I is parallel to I na. I, what will be the angle? This is theta is equal to 0 na.
Yeah, sir.
Okay. K dot K, it will be 1. That is equal to K square. Okay. Clear? So you have to learn this table, this one. Okay. And now when you multiply the perpendicular one I dot J, what you will get? It will be magnitude 1 and cos
0.
90. So that is equals to 0. So whenever you multiply these perpendicular vectors, what term you will get? You will get 0. Clear? You will get 0. Is it clear? Is it clear?
So,
Any doubt?
so can you please explain this again? For example again.
Beta, if you go for dot product of I, the magnitude of I is 1, the magnitude of I is 1 and cos 0 is 1. So you will get 1. So when you multiply these parallel vectors I dot I, J dot J, these parallel unit vectors, you will get 1. And when you go for the dot product of perpendicular vectors, perpendicular unit vector I dot J, because I, J and K are mutually perpendicular to each other. They are mutually perpendicular to each other. This is I, this is J, and this is K. They are mutually perpendicular to each other. So angle will be 90. So cos 90 is 0. So when you go for dot product of I dot J, it will be 0, I dot K is 0, and J dot K is equal to 0. Clear? Is it clear?
So,
Yes.
so can you explain this work for example again above in the middle?
Work one. Work wala, ye, this one.
Yeah.
When you calculate the work, you will learn this formula in your chapter work energy theorem. But पहले कभी पढ़ा होगा work is equals to force into displacement. पढ़ा है 10th class में work is equals to
Yes.
force into displacement.
Yes, sir.
नहीं पढ़ा है कोई बात नहीं. Work is equals to force
Right.
dot displacement. So when you have to calculate the work, what you have to calculate, you just need to take the force which is parallel to the displacement. So the component of F is F sin theta and F cos theta. F cos theta is perpendicular to X, so you will take only F cos theta. So work is equals to Fx cos theta. Clear? And work is scalar. We know that work is a scalar.
Sir,
Hmm?
hello sir, can you hear me?
हाँ बेटा, you are audible.
Sorry sir, I had internet issue. I could not hear you. Can you please repeat,
Which
please?
one?
This work part only, sir.
Beta, when you calculate the work, you have to take the parallel vectors. Parallel vectors. So f cos theta is parallel to the displacement. So when you have to calculate the work, you just need to multiply f cos theta with the displacement. Fx cos theta. Clear? Is it clear?
Okay, sir. Understood.
Chalo. Just note it down and let me know when you're done. Chalo. Next. So you can write I dot I is equals to 1 j dot j is equals to 1 and k dot k is equals to 1. Is it correct? Bolo bhai, is it correct?
Yes, sir.
And whenever you go for the dot product of perpendicular vectors, what you will get? You will get 0.
Zero.
I dot j is equals to 0. I dot k I dot k is also 0 and j dot k is also 0. Clear? So you don't need to calculate I dot I whenever the vector is having I j k component. You just need to calculate the dot product of I dot I, j dot j, and k dot k. So if you are having a vector, now we will learn how we will calculate the dot product. Okay. This one was the formula. This one was the formula, but we don't know how to operate this a dot b. Now we will see how to operate this a dot b. If you are having a vector, a vector and b vector. A vector is 2i minus 3j plus 4k and b is I minus j plus 2k. When you go for the dot product, what you need to apply? We just multiply I with I, j with j, and k with k. So a dot b is a dot b will be, because I dot j will be 0, I dot k will be 0, so you don't need to write it down. But still, if you want, you can write, because I dot j will be 0. So if you multiply this vector, 2i minus 3j, just a minute, 2i minus 3j plus 4k, you can take the cap अपने आप लगा लेना है ना यार, उसमें समझ जाओगे. I minus j plus 2k. So when you multiply these vectors, 2i dot I, 2i dot I, then minus 2i dot j, then I'm just multiplying them one by one to each other.
So we're only supposed to take the magnitudes, right?
Yeah. But I am writing this one because that will be in your notebook, so it will be helpful when you go for revision. Okay, why this I dot j is coming 0? I dot I, then I dot j, then 2i dot k, then minus 3 j dot I, then minus 3 and minus j, it will become plus 3 j dot j, then plus 3 minus 3 j dot k, then plus 4 k dot I, then minus 4 k dot j, the last one is plus 8k dot k. So these will become 0, these will become 0, this one 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 is also 0, this one is also 0. So what answer you will get? I dot I is equals to 1, so that is equals to 2. This one j dot j 1, so it will become 3. This one k dot k 1, so answer is, the final answer is 13. So you are getting a scalar as a result. Clear? Is it clear?
आई के होना चाहिए ना
बेटा आई एम ऑडिबल? बेटा मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
यस सर
चलो, डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया था क्या? I dot I, you just need to take I dot I, J dot J, and K dot K. So you are getting 13. बताओ, understood? Any doubt? बेटा किसी को कोई डाउट है?
सर वो 2i इंटू 2 के 4i के होना चाहिए ना
2I
इंटू 2 के आपने 2i के लिखा है 4i के होना चाहिए ना
कहाँ पे? Which one?
सर फर्स्ट लाइन
This first.
नहीं थर्ड वाला जो कंपोनेंट है 2i के
2I into में अच्छा ये
हाँ
वाला
सर तो वो 4
अच्छा 4 होना चाहिए यार अच्छा वो लिख दिया मैंने यार वो 0 ही होना है ना इसलिए ध्यान नहीं दिया होगा दैट विल बिकम 4 ठीक है इसको 4 कर लेना तो वो ऐसे ही हो जाएगा वो 0 ऐसे भी कुर्बान होने वाला है दैट विल बिकम 0 so 2I dot I it will become 2 J dot J K dot A ये तो करके दिखा दिया when you go for the operations you just need to multiply I with I J with J and K with K only clear clear
यस सर
चलो just note it down जल्दी से note करो इसे I'm giving you some questions you have to solve this question these questions the first one A vector is I minus J plus 2K B vector is 2I plus J minus 3K you can draw this cap you have to find A dot B and cos theta the second one A vector is equals to 3I plus 4J minus 3K B vector is 2I minus 3K plus 2J okay find A dot B as well as cos theta शुरू करो चलो the first one A dot B first A dot B we will calculate A dot B so that's simple when you multiply I with I you will get which one 2 minus J with plus J it will become minus 1 and 2 with minus 3 is it 6 is it 6 the answer is
Yes, sir.
minus 5 is it matching with your answer okay
Yes, sir.
यस सर
and what about the magnitude of A and B what is the magnitude of A and B 4 5 6 root 6 and magnitude of B is 4 9 13 14 root 14 so what will be the cos theta cos theta is A dot B divided by A clear so that is minus 5
root 14
9 plus 4 plus 1 this one B 3 square plus 1 square plus 2 square
ओके सर
okay so it's root 16 into root 14 so that is the final answer clear is there any doubt with the solution of this dot product and angle any doubt जल्दी पूछो
सर स्केलर क्वांटिटी नेगेटिव में कैसे आ सकते हैं
it can be negative it can be negative it can be positive negative we are not taking the mod mod नहीं ले रहा है this magnitude
ओके
can be positive as well as negative clear clear
Yes, sir.
चलो.
सर
हाँ.
सर मुझे थोड़ा कंफ्यूजन हो रहा है इस फर्स्ट वाले के सोल्यूशन में सर पिछला वाला जो हमने किया उसमें सर वी मल्टीप्लाइड एक एक करके ना सबको
No, no, no. I was showing you that you can multiply, but still you will get I dot j is equals to 0, I dot k is equals to 0, j dot I is equals to 0, j dot k is equals to 0. So you don't need to write this, okay? Because ultimately you will getting 0. So you just need these three. 1, 2, and 3. Clear? Clear?
it's also like in these sums we can directly
Yeah,
multiply
you have to directly
first
multiply. You don't need to write this I dot j, I dot k, j dot I. Okay.
ठीक है सर ओके गॉट इट
Minus 5. This is the final answer cos theta. For the second one, what will be the A dot B? 3 into 2 is equals to 6. 4 into 3, that is minus 12. 3 into 2 minus 6.
So it'll be 4 into 2
Oh,
to
okay,
multiply
okay, okay,
j
okay,
and
okay,
k.
okay. यार मैंने ही दिया तो मैं ही गलत कर रहा हूँ. ठीक है. I gave you this arrangement because you just apply the incorrect method. I dot I, it will be 6. J का J से करेंगे, so it will be 4 into 2, so that is 8. K to K, that is 9. Minus 3 into minus 3, that is 9. So the answer is 23.
Yes, sir.
Sure. And what about cos theta? A is coming 9, 9, 18, 18, and 16. Is it 34? Is it 34?
Yeah, sir, root 32.
And what about magnitude of B? 8 plus 9. Root 17.
Yes, sir.
And cos theta is A dot B divided by A. So A dot B is 23 divided by 34. Clear? Is it clear? सबको clear हो गया? So dot
So
product
can we
is,
write this as root of 34 into 17?
yeah, you can write. You can also simplify. You just need to simplify as per the option. If option is in this form, why you will need to solve the simplification? Go for simplification. You can write it. Okay.
Then it can become 17 root 2, right?
Yes, it is.
It'll be 23 upon 17 root 2, na? If you multiply root of 34 into 17.
23 by
17 root 2.
17 root. Yeah, you can go for simplification. That will be required only if option is in simplified form. Okay. You can leave this answer here, but if in option, if you are not getting this expression, you can go for the simplification. Clear?
Okay.
Okay. You're saying that this 34 is root 17 into me 2, so you can write 17 root 2.
Yes, sir.
You can go for simplification, but if it is required only. चलो.
Okay.
Any doubt with this dot product? Any doubt? किसी को भी कोई doubt? Any doubt? Any doubt? No doubt. So dot product done, completely done. Okay. Next
one
is,
second
अच्छा.
so it is the last part sir. One second
Okay, okay. चलो. Next is next is cross product. So this one you have to learn. इसमें थोड़ा सा अलर्ट रहना. Cross product. So in this product, what you will get a new vector. You will get a new vector when you multiply two vector in a cross manner. So if you take two vectors and you have to learn this, ये याद करना पड़ेगा भी. I will show you how to get this vector. This is a vector. This is a vector, and the other is b vector. They are in a plane. They are in a plane. Suppose a and b are laying on a notebook. You will get, this is a vector, this one is a vector, This one is B vector. If you go for A cross B, this is theta, A cross B, you will get another vector, that is a C vector, which is perpendicular to both of them. This one, this is a C vector, this one is C vector. So when you go for A cross B, you will get a new vector, that is C vector, and this C vector will be perpendicular to both A vector as well as B vector, both vectors. Clear? So how it will look like, I will show you. Just let me arrange some pens. कुछ पेन एन हो जाने दो तब पता चलेगा. चलो बोलो भाई. Is it visible? A cross B gives C. This C is perpendicular to both A and B. Clear? Is it clear? बोलो बेटा, is it clear? And what you will get if you go for the B cross A? B cross A?
So,
Yeah.
minus C.
the middle finger was B, right?
Huh?
The middle finger was B, na?
This is the forefinger. This one is A. This one is B, and the thumb is C. The middle finger is B. Clear? And if you
Yes,
go
sir.
for B cross A, what will happen? It will become minus C. It will become minus C. So this one, not this arrangement, this arrangement. This is theta. This is theta, and you are going in this direction. So B cross A is minus C. Clear? But in case of dot product, if you're talking about the dot product, A dot B is same as B dot A. Doesn't matter you are applying A dot B or B dot A, you will get the same result. Same sign, same result. Everything will be same. But in case of cross product, you will get different direction. Only direction will be different. Magnitude will be same. The direction will be different. Okay, clear? So A cross B is C vector, and B cross A is minus C vector. Understood? Clear? Is it clear? Bolo, any doubt?
Yes, sir.
Chalo. Just note it down.
Or
We have
So
to.
no.
अभी नहीं हुआ. We have to complete this topic by today.
Yes.
Otherwise लेट हो जाएगा. चलो जल्दी करो. Done?
Yes, sir. Sir, A into B and B into A doesn't make any difference.
A into which one? Dot or cross?
So cross.
A cross B is equals to minus B cross A. This is minus because the sign will be different now. A cross B C, B cross is minus C, so that's why I'm putting a minus sign. Clear? Clear?
Okay, sir, but if it is a dot like B dot A or A dot B, that
A
is same.
dot B is same as B dot A, but A cross
Yeah.
B is equals to minus B cross A.
Minus. Yeah.
Clear?
Okay, sir. Yeah.
When you go for the formula, you will see that if you go for the cross product of two vectors, you are actually taking the perpendicular parts. Only perpendicular vectors. You are multiplying the perpendicular vectors. Perpendicular vectors. This is the A vector. This one is A vector. This one is B vector. This is theta. So the formula is A cross B. When you take only the magnitude, A cross B magnitude is equals to magnitude of A, magnitude of B, sine theta. So in case of dot product, you take the parallel vector. In case of cross product, you have to take the perpendicular vector. So which component of B, is perpendicular to A? Which component of B is perpendicular to which component?
B
B.
sin theta. Because
This is B sine theta, and this is
cos theta.
B cos theta. So which component of B is perpendicular to A? Which one? B sine theta,
B
na?
sin
B
theta.
sin theta.
So in cross product, in cross product, we take multiplication of perpendicular vectors, component. Don't get confused with this one, A cross B. So you will tell that, so we will take only the perpendicular portion of this B. Yeah, we will take, but the process will be same. A cross B will give C. Okay, A cross B will give C, and B cross A will give minus C. But if you look at the formula, A cross B, you will get A magnitude of A into magnitude of B into sine theta. So when you go for the this cross product magnitude, you will get A cross B is equals to the multiplication of perpendicular vector. So that is A vector magnitude into this B sine theta. This B vector sine theta. Clear? Is it clear? Clear? So when you go for the cross product of I dot I, sorry, not dot, it will be cross. When you go for I cross I, what you will get? You will get magnitude of I is 1, and sine 0, because their parallel angle is 0, so sine 0 is 0. So what you will get? You will get 0. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
And
So this will be the magnitude of I cross I, right?
magnitude of, we are applying this method. We are applying this formula, A cross B. So when you go for I cross I, you will write magnitude of I into magnitude of I into sine 0. So that is 0, na? Sine 0 is 0, na? Clear? Is it clear?
Yeah, sir.
Then next is J cross J is equals to 0, and K cross K is equals to 0. So that is just opposite to the dot product. In dot product, I dot I was 1, J dot J was 1, and K dot K was 1. But you are getting the just opposite result as compared to the dot product. Okay, this one. This one. You have to take this into consideration. But when you go for I dot J, not dot I cross J, I cross K, J cross K, you will get some different vectors. Okay, I'm just writing it down here. Just note it down. I'm just drawing the axis. देखो ध्यान से. I'm drawing the axis. This one is J. This one is I. This one is K. Okay. If you extend this line, this one, you will get minus K in the back direction. Minus I in the back direction, minus J in this back direction. Okay. So this is plus I, this is plus J, this is plus K. Put the cap on each unit vector. This is minus J, this is minus I, and this is minus K. Okay. Now again you have to apply this thumb rule again. If you go for I cross J, what you will get? This I is A now. This is I, this is J. This one is I, this is J. What unit vector you are getting? If you go for I cross J, which one?
Sir, is I A or is I B?
Which one, beta? I
Is I like the index finger or the middle finger?
I is your forefinger. This one. This one. This is I. This is J, and the thumb is K. So thumb is coming in which direction? Is it plus K or minus K?
Plus K.
Plus K. Okay. So this I cross J will give you which vector? Is it plus K? Yeah, it's plus K. Correct? So I cross J will give you this direction. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes,
I
sir.
cross J will give you a new vector, that is the plus K. Clear?
So if the movement is anti-clockwise, it is positive, and if it is clockwise, it is negative.
We will take that. We will go for J cross I also. But first we have to take I cross J. I cross J. Is it coming plus K?
Okay.
Okay. So what about J cross K? What about J cross K? J cross K. J cross K. Is it plus I?
Yes, plus
Yes,
I.
sir.
J cross K is plus I. Clear? And what about K cross I? K cross I. Is it plus J?
Yes, sir.
K cross I. Is it plus J? Clear? And when you go for J cross I, what you will get? J cross I. When you go for J cross I, you will
Minus
get
K.
Minus K.
minus K. And when you go for K cross J,
Minus I.
minus I. Put the cap everywhere. हर जगह लगा लेना है. And when you go for I cross K,
Minus J.
I cross K is minus. Understood everyone? सबको समझ में आया? This is very important. This one.
Sir, can you please explain the sentence in cross product we take multiplication on perpendicular vectors, component only?
Yeah, in cross product we take multiplication of on perpendicular vectors. Yeah, we are applying the same thing, na?
Yes, sir. So component only what it
Doesn't
means?
matter. Suppose if a vector is not having all the component in the perpendicular direction, so some component will be in parallel direction, some in perpendicular direction. Suppose if B was perpendicular to A, and then B sin theta will be the whole component of B. Okay. But if it is inclined with A, so that means it will be having some portion along along the parallel to the A, and some portion along perpendicular to the A. Okay. So that is the actual, technically this is the correct definition. If B is inclined with A, so it will be having some component which is perpendicular to A and some component along. Okay, so we will take only the perpendicular one. Clear?
Yes, sir. Got it. Yes, sir.
Chalo.
Thank you, sir.
Just note it down. आज थ्योरी ही रखेंगे, लेकिन क्वेश्चंस में कुछ ज़ीरो होमवर्क के लिए. फर्स्ट वन इज A वेक्टर 2i plus 2j minus 6k. B vector is I minus j plus 3k. Second one, A vector is I minus j plus k. B vector is 2i minus j plus 3k. कैप लगा लेना अपने आप. फाइंड A dot B cos theta, and one more thing, projection of A on B, projection of A vector on B. What is the projection? अभी मैंने पढ़ाया नहीं है. The projection of A on B, or projection of B on A. Projection of B on A. Suppose I'm talking about the projection of B on A. So that means the shadow of B on the floor A. So which one is the shadow of B? B cos theta or B sin theta? Which one?
B cos theta.
B cos
समझ गए,
theta.
है ना? The projection means the shadow of B on A. Clear? Or the shadow of A on B. If you are having a bulb here, you will get the shadow B cos theta. तो समझ में आ गया what does it mean by projection? Projection means shadow of a vector on another vector. Clear है?
So
when
we
you
have to
have,
find B cos theta, right?
yes beta,
We have to find B cos theta.
that is the b cos theta, but you have to calculate this vector. So what do you need to calculate this b cos theta and multiply it with the a unit vector. You will get this vector. When you multiply b cos theta is the only magnitude, because I have never written this one with the vector sign. Okay, this is only magnitude. When you multiply this magnitude with the direction of a, because this b cos theta is along a, if you multiply this b cos theta with the unit vector of a, you will get a complete vector. Clear?
मुझे नहीं समझ में
नहीं
आया
समझा? You
नहीं
have to calculate projection का मतलब है this is b vector is having one is bx this vector and this is by this vector. So you have to calculate bx if a is along this, ऐसा कुछ है, ठीक है, this one. So what will be the bx will be b cos theta magnitude and the direction will be along a, so you just need to multiply with the a unit vector. Clear? If I am talking about the projection of b on a, okay, समझा?
So projection of A on B should be B sin theta into B, right?
It will be a cos theta, नहीं, it will be, if you're taking this angle, so that will be a sin theta into my unit vector of b. Yeah, unit vector of b. नहीं क्या बता रहा हूँ मैं. If you're taking, अरे उल्टा कर देना ना, इसमें क्यों परेशान हो रहे हो? टेक a और b उल्टा ले लो, उसमें क्या दिक्कत है ना?
So A cos theta into the vector of B.
इसका मतलब है if you take this one, suppose if you're writing this one, this is b and this is a, and the question is asking about the projection of a on b. So that means you need to calculate this a cos theta and multiply it with the unit vector of b. So a cos theta into unit vector b. Okay, बाकी नहीं आता है तो थोड़ा सा सर्च करो what does it mean by projection. मैंने बता दिया, अपना दिमाग लगाओ. You need to calculate this one, this vector, the component of a along the b. So a cos theta will give you the magnitude, and when you multiply the unit vector of b, you will get the direction. So you will get the complete vector, that is the ax. Clear? Is it clear?
Yeah, sir.
चलो. So that's all about your homework. आप थ्योरी यहीं रखेंगे, ठीक है?